Hi everyone, I welcome you once again to another exciting week of I Choose You. You know that we've been bringing you different stories from different people, and all the stories you've heard so far. Personally, I have been impacted, and I know that you've been impacted. This week is no difference. We have a very, very interesting person whose life has gone a long way to transform a particular industry and has thrown some huge light in that industry. But before I go on to introduce my guest, I quickly want to remind you that if you are not yet following us on social media, please do. I Choose You Talk Show on YouTube. On Instagram is at I Choose You Talk Show. On Facebook, I Choose You Talk Show. And on Twitter, is I Choose You Talk One. My name is Christine Jaka, and you're still watching I Choose You. Let me quickly go ahead to introduce my guest today for you. You know him. I will say just a little bit about him, and then he'll continue the introduction himself. His name is Elikem Kumordzi-The Tailor. I am so excited to have him here because we all knew how the fashion industry was before he went to Big Brother Africa and then introduced himself as the tailor. The first time I heard it, I was like, really, like the tailor? So then fashion took a different trend. People began to use the online because actually to have a graduate toe that line was a very huge one and people fell in love. He went all the way to make it to the third position in that particular reality show, being the first Ghanaian to go that far. Without talking so much, Elikem Kumordzi, thanks so much for joining me today on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. You know your facts, don't you?
I guess I know a little bit. So now if you can take us deeper by letting us know who exactly Elikem is, how was growing up, his siblings and all of that.
Wow. So I should get offended like Wendy Shea if you ask me who am I. But
Please don't.
I am I'm as open as you get it. I'm an open book, okay? Elikem Kumordzi, like you said, you actually just drew my attention to the fact that when I was calling myself the tailor, yes, a lot of people were saying, tailor, bang, tailor, and fashion wasn't as big. And all of a sudden, everyone wants to, look to fashion and do it. I've been a no matter what person, and so when I started this fashion thing, for me it was just it has to work, and that's what it's been up to now. Who is Elikem? To answer the question without deviating, I am a determined young chap who's trying to become like the Zara of Africa and take fashion to the rest of the world and actually make billions from African fashion. Just in a nutshell. I'm not too sure um, who I am in that respect because I take one day as it comes and I deal with it heads on. I deal with it the way it's supposed to be dealt with without giving up. So I can't specifically say I'm this kind of person or that kind of person. I'm just determined one way or the other, whichever way it goes. It's just determination.
Wow, I think that's interesting. But then can you quickly let me know um like where you come from and all of that and then siblings and a little bit background information?
So I was born in Accra at a place called Port Vita Hospital. I think it's in Tema. It's Tema part of Accra. Yeah, Tema is within Accra.
No, Tama is Tama and Accra is Accra.
So let's not start that beef. But yeah, I was born in a hospital called Port Vita Hospital in Tema, and I started school when I was a year and a half old at Cabely Clare International. Moved on to Engelbert for JSS, then St. Thomas Aquinas Secondary School. I'm an Otom baby. Then I went to the University of Ghana where I combined psychology with drama, theater arts. And that's after that, Big Brother Africa reality show. I was an actor for a bit, still am. do a few hosting jobs, MC jobs here and there. And yeah, today I'm the tailor. It's Elikem in a small nutshell.
So how did the whole tailoring work came about?
So when I was in the university, I love to make clothes for myself. I love to look different. Okay, so there was this thing of buying clothes. Like literally, I'll buy a shirt from like Cantamanto and I'll change buttons, and I'll put like a African print somewhere, put like an Adinkra symbol somewhere, and I'll just wear it and go to school. And people liked it because it looked different. And slowly but surely, by and by, people wanted me to make for them what I'd made. Because I was also very good with my hands, so I could change buttons myself. So people would bring their shirts to me to change buttons and stuff. And I thought to myself, like I can actually charge them something small and make some small trouble from all this. So why not? So I ended up putting small money on top of small things. And then lo and behold, people wanted exclusive colors. They wanted different looks. Like someone wants a different color. Someone wants, and I was like, you know what? Challenge yourself. Make it for them, because at the end of the day, you need money. And this was at a time where I was moving from level 300 to level 400, and there was no money to pay tuition. So I had to defer my course. So anything to make some small money to feed was the order of the day. So I found myself now collecting these people's monies and going to town to buy fabric and making the clothes for them. And I started making profits small. So I'll go to these tailors who will be making these clothes, and they'll be wasting my time. And I'll sit on their machines and I'm trying to achieve by myself because I can't wait for them. And that's how I learned. I learned by just watching what they were doing and trying to replicate it. And before I knew it, I could sew. So I was like, oh, wow. Then from that to saving money little by little, I managed to save 150 Ghana cedis from 0 cedis. And my uncle picked me up. I was riding a motorbike at the time. It was like a Shaminugo. My uncle picked me up. We went on a motorbike to a friend of his who sold old machines. And we bought my first machine for 150 Ghana cedis without a table. So we literally put the machine on our shoulders. And we came home and we cut a table and placed the machine in. And that's how I got my first machine. So it's I think it's quite an amazing story how I started. Today I've managed to, put up this building from not having, nothing to having all of this right now. And look at all these gangsters.
Yeah. Hey guys. So yeah, viewers.
I've managed from saving to buy one machine from 150 Ghana cedis to literally actually putting up a full building as my retail shop. It's been such a long and amazing journey, and I'm grateful for every bit of it, because every part of the journey has taught me something that has brought me here today, and I'm still learning. So, like I say to myself sometimes that I've only done 1% of what I want to achieve with this fashion, and I'm looking forward to my 99%.
Wow, 99%. And viewers, if you're watching today, our topic is rising from the humble beginning. And I think that's from 150 cedis to buying a machine to now a fully, you can't mention Elikem Kumordzi without his brand. Elikem, please let me just move on with the interview. But then what do you have to tell? We still have graduates who have graduated from school and in their suits every single day, roaming from one office to the other, trying to find an office job, or let's say a white collar job. What do you have to tell those people?
Well, there's nothing wrong with seeking a white collar job, but as long as you're doing something that you're happy about or you're passionate about, that's the ultimate. Because you know what they say, the research has found that about 70 or 75% of people who wake up and go to jobs are not happy going to those jobs. So as long as you're happy going to the job you're going to, I'm happy for you. Be it a white collar job, be it a handy job, you have to be happy doing your work. And that's what's ultimate for me. I go to bed thinking about this job. I wake up thinking about it. I walk around thinking how to make it better, how to succeed at it. And it's my life. It's what I eat. It's what I sleep. It's what I wear. It's what I breathe. Everything about me is centered around me and my job and trying to make it better. And that's what your job should also be. Even if you're working for someone, are you seeking to be a better person working for that person? Because you see, at the end of the day, even if it's a white collar job you're going to, you can achieve something from there. You can have a good resume leaving the place, or you can have good recommendations leaving the place, or you can get good promotions because you're a good employee. You know, it can all work. It can all come together to work. So I just, my thing is, be passionate about what you're doing, and do it and make sure you're loving it. That's the only way you'll be fulfilled as a human being. Otherwise, you wake up in the morning and you hate yourself for going back to that job because it's not something you want to do.
Exactly. I'd wanted to ask if tailoring is one of the best decisions you have made in life, but I think with all your submissions so far, it says it all.
Yes, it does. It is one of the best decisions I've made in my life, to be a tailor and to make sure this thing works. Because you see, life is not easy. It doesn't mean that because it's your passion, it's your talent, you're going to find it easy. It's actually harder than just working for someone or waking up and going to work for someone. Doing your own thing is the hardest thing you ever do, on this earth. And like I said, it's the mindset. As long as you say to yourself that you're going to be a no matter what person, and you're going to make sure that no matter what it takes, you're going to achieve, you will achieve. And that's the spirit that we roll with. So yes, I'm happy I made the decision. There's a lot more decisions that I'm looking to make in life with other ventures that I'm trying to find myself in. But other than that, so far so good. We're happy we're here.
Wow. We're happy we're here. Let's see. We all go through a difficult moment in our lives. I mean, sometimes you even feel like giving up and stopping what you're doing. What exactly do you do? How do you pull through when you find yourself in such a situation?
I'm not gonna lie, those moments do come when you're down and you're out and you're thinking and wondering, did I make a good decision? Am I supposed to be here? Can't I do something better? Can't I stop this business and start something else? But you see, you are going to fail your way to success, hate it or love it. There's no successful person that has ever said that, I thought of a great idea and I woke up in the morning and I went to the shop and I started and boom, I made $1 million. Nope. I've never heard that ever before. And they also say that success leaves a trail. So when you follow in the path of successful people, everybody had it difficult. And every successful person I've ever listened to talks about failure, that you need to embrace failure. You need to be ready for failure. You need to know that by all means you will fail. As long as you have the mindset that you're going to fail, but you do not give up, you are going to win. You see, Winston Churchill said something about courage. He said courage is moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So courage is what you need to succeed. As long as you know that I'm going to fail and fail, but it doesn't matter. I'll still wake up and make sure I win. I'm still going to wake up and make sure I get it. I'm still going to wake up and make sure that this thing works and I make some money, or you're going to win. So I've learned to embrace failure. There's a lot of things that happen in my business on a day-to-day basis. There's a lot of, I'm ready. You see, the kind of mindset I have with my job is I'm ready to lose all my employees, and I'm ready to lose all my money, and I'm ready to lose this shop, and I'm ready to lose all my followers on Instagram. I'm waiting for that day to lose everything. But you know what the secret is? I'm also waiting for that day because I'm ready to start all over again. I'm ready with the mindset of, when it goes down, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. It doesn't mean that I've lost everything, so I'm giving up. So in being ready for those things, you sometimes won't even face it because you'd have a, I don't want to say trap ready, set for it, but you have solutions to the forthcoming problems. We don't know what problems we're going to face in the near future. We don't know what exactly will happen in our businesses. But as long as you have the mindset of failing your way to success and not losing enthusiasm, as long as you wake up each day and do something else and be ready for the worst, trust me, you are going to make leeway or headway one way or the other. That's just the way it is, simply put.
So
That's my
beautiful. Yeah, I think that's really beautiful. But then this whole Corona season, what have you been up to? I can see the mask and the nose mask. If someone wants to buy your branded nose mask, where can they come to? Where's the shop?
Oh, so we are at Jolu, around the UBA Bank. When you put my name, Elikem Kumordzi, in the Google Maps, it will bring you straight to Jolu. And our face masks are doing so well, actually, I'm not going to lie. They have an adjustable rod on the nose there where you can lock up your nose. And they also have an open vent for a filtration pad that you can put in. These orders we're doing right now, we're doing orders for Gasem. They ordered a few pieces, well, quite a lot. And they're all going to go through a sanitizing and diffusing stage before they go out. So it's been awesome, these face masks. Ever since I got it approved by the FDA, the orders have gone up, and people actually like it in town. I'm surprised. So right now what we're doing is we're doing the quality and control checks in here. The tailors sewed it over there inside the workshop, and over here we're doing the quality and control checks where, you know, we cut off all the excess thread, we make sure it's ironed well, elastic is well put. And you see, you grow into the business like this, because you learn from stage to stage that this is what messed up the business one time and this is what you need to correct moving forward. So we're grateful to be here.
Since it's a relationship show, I can't just let you go like that. You have to answer some few things for us. But then, are you looking forward to giving yourself a chance to love again? Like moving on in terms of love?
Yeah, of course, of course. I've had plans of, you know, starting and having a family all over again. But you know, I already have a son in Zimbabwe that I'm looking at and looking after. So I'm relaxed about it. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a haste. I think I need to put my work first and capitalize and monetize and make the best out of it before I think and talk about relationships.
Okay, okay. I think that's cool. So you're for now enjoying the single life, I guess. So we want to know, is Elikem dating? Are you dating? Are you single or you're dating?
I played the fifth amendment. I won't answer that question.
Oh, oh, okay.
Maybe
All
like
right then.
8 of my girlfriends are watching, then I'll go and say one, then it's become a problem. No, I don't want that. Nah, I'm just joking.
I can see you want to play safe, so we'll take it like that. Now
No,
let me
well,
take it final.
I like, you know, I've had very bad publicity in the past with my relationships and all that. So I like to keep my private life private now. So it's not something it's not like I don't want to talk about, but I'd rather keep it out of the eye of the public, which is safer for me and everybody else. I want to focus more on my work now than anything. So, you know, that's basically what and why.
Yeah,
If you don't
yeah,
mind.
yeah. Okay, I respect that. Let me now take your final words for the young guy, young girl out there who wants to do something by themselves but are scared because of probably the challenges they may face, and then are also scared that if it doesn't work out, how will it be for them? Your advice.
Look, the only thing in life that keeps us from becoming great is fear. Sometimes people are afraid. How am I going to start? Where am I going to start? I don't know anybody. Who am I going to start with? The second thing is, what if I start and the business is good? How can I manage it? I can't manage it. I don't know people. I don't have the expertise. People just fear regardless. And fear is one thing that's going to stop you from becoming great. There's a lot of people who have gone to the grave with their greatness and their talents because they were afraid to show it to the world. So fear, first of all, should be taken out, because at the end of the day, we're all going to die. And I don't think you will die from taking a risk of a certain business. You just lose money, which is very normal with every other business. I think it's very important that we take fear completely out of the equation and we go for the killing. Because hate it or love it, we're all going to die one day. And I don't think taking a business chance or taking a business risk is what's going to kill you. You may just lose some money, but what if you win? You're stopping yourself from becoming great because you're afraid you might not make money. The most important thing is to be happy doing what you're doing rather than thinking of money, because once you think about money, you won't achieve. So I think it's very important that we focus on what will make us happy ultimately and what we want to do as individuals rather than focus on the money. That's all.
All right. Elikem, thanks so much. It's been so interesting talking to you. And
Thank you
then
for
I
having me.
know that a lot of people have learned from this. A lot of people have
I
learned.
hope so.
Personally, I have learned, because if I can start saving something and start from somewhere, definitely I'll get somewhere someday. So we are very inspired by your story. And then you've already shown us the location to your work, but then your IG, if they want to follow you and all of that.
So I'm on Instagram as Elikem Kumordzi. And my fashion page is Elikem Kumordzi-The Tailor. That's my fashion gallery where you can see all my pictures and stuff. Follow me, like the pictures, pre-order your face mask. It comes with a Dinkra symbol on the side. I'll put a number. It's 0550 171 171. So order your mask at 0550 171 171 on WhatsApp only.
Okay, so viewers, Elikem, thanks so much for your time today. It's been an inspiring interview, from 150 Ghana cedis to buying a sewing machine to now the Elikem Kumordzi we have. And I just want to encourage you out there that if you're also about starting something, the most important thing is you starting and you not giving up. You have to also bear in mind that definitely you have to start from somewhere. He started from somewhere, and like you heard from him, he's not afraid at all to lose everything today, because always starting, it wouldn't be a problem for him. So that's what you need to bear in mind, that no matter where you are, you can also make it, climb the ladder and get to the top. If you're not getting the white collar job right now, can you ask yourself what talent you have right planted inside of you, what God has for you, and what you can be able to make out of whatever God has given to you. So please start from somewhere, and I'm sure that you will not regret your decision. Thanks once again for joining us for another exciting edition or another beautiful interview today. Next week, I promise I'll bring you a great one as well. Continue to follow us on our social media handles. On YouTube is I Choose You Talk Show. On Facebook, I Choose You Talk Show. On Instagram, I Choose You Talk Show, and on Twitter is I Choose You Talk 1. My name is Christine Jaka, and until next week, today you heard from Elikem Kumordzi, and next week we'll bring you a very beautiful interview. Like I said earlier, please continue to keep safe, because the COVID numbers, the numbers are just rising, so continue to keep safe, and make sure you don't go out if you don't have anything doing. Just stay home and keep safe.
So guys, remember, you need to feel your way to success, and don't ever forget, be a no matter what person. Have only quality people around you, people who push you, people who encourage you, and change your mindsets. The more you learn, the more you earn. It's very important. Wow. Let's win together.
Wow. Let's win together. So let's say goodbye to our viewers. Hi everybody. Bye. See you next week.
See you next week.